Welcome. You've just tuned in to the You Can Have a Coke show. I'm your host Tish along with Ernest. And ladies and gentlemen, this evening this is going to be a very special show because we're talking about Brandy. And yes, Brandy is back. And here's Brandy's #1 fan, Ernest Gas.
You heard of herself. You heard of herself, the #1 fan. I know a lot of Brandy fans are out there. I've met some of you. I know some of you personally. We talked, we chatted, we tweeted. But you heard it from the horse's mouth, her damn self. I am the #1 fan. If you want to go, we can go. Okay? But I am the #1 fan, but continue, Letitia.
Yes, like I was saying on our show, we'll be discussing Brandy's new song, Put It Down, featuring Chris Brown. Go ahead, Ernest. I want you to go ahead and take over.
But before we get into that, ladies and gentlemen, me and Letitia are finally back together on the screen, as you can see. I talked about it in previous videos. Letitia's going to be in my next video, which never happens because Letitia never picks up the phone to call me or anything and say, hey, let's do a video. It's been a long time coming. Let's just surprise them and do a video. Like today. I had to call her.
No,
I did. Don't lie. Don't lie.
Ernest and I have a cast now. We have students that
are going to cast right now.
So this is what we've been working on. So we have talked. We've been sidetracked. And I did do a video a few days ago. One of the brightest videos, but it was this basic.
They never are.
Screw you, okay? But I'm glad when we collaborate. It's better views when we're together than me being alone. So
I'm just saying, this is You Can Have a Coke show starring Ernest and Letitia. And I think we're doing our viewers wrong when it's always, separate. I mean, sometimes it's okay. But if we start this together, we should finish it together.
I agree.
Okay, because you should pick up the phone and call me sometimes. Okay?
Oh my God, here we go again.
Do you agree?
I agree.
Do you agree? So you admit that you have not been consistent enough, correct?
You're not consistent.
Just answer the question.
I have not been consistent. You have forgotten about students we have.
No, don't blame it on that. Do not blame it on that. Just admit it. You have not been consistent with our show. Admit it. Admit it.
I'm going to admit it.
Thank you. That's all.
This all day.
Thank you. So you can have a coke with that one. But on today's show, Brandy Put It Down, featuring Chris Brown. So let's get right into it. Letitia, what is your review on Put It Down?
Well, I'm great to see that Brandy has came back. She's came back with a different style. The vocals of the song, she's flowing on this Put It Down, and it's featuring Chris Brown, and he's flowing on it as well. I expected for him to be singing on it, but it's good to be versatile, and it's very different for the two of them to come together and do a track. So I basically believe that this is more so of a club hit, and it's going to grab more people different ways. You got a lot of Chris Brown fans and a lot of Brandy fans that will be dragged together, and they would love to just see this. And especially when the video comes out, the choreography, I believe, is really going to be on point. This is going to be something that's going to be major. I mean, come on, you got Chris Brown dancing, and you have Brandy dancing, and they basically can rub off of each other. And like I said, this is a hot song, though. I heard it a few times, and I like the beat, melody, and things, how things just going. But so big ups to Brandy and Chris Brown, and I look forward to seeing the video. Ernest,
I don't think I'll take a moment. Brandy fans, I'm talking to you. We've waited 4 long years, and we got a song early this year with her and Monica. It All Belongs to Me, which I absolutely love. A lot of people, still haven't grasped the song, as they would want to, because a lot of people are still comparing to The Boy's Mind, which is totally different. But like I said, it was good to see them come back together and collaborate again. The vocals, the fashion, and that's what I just love the song. I still play it every single day. It All Belongs to Me. If you have purchased that on iTunes, purchase it. If you not purchased New Life Monica's album, please purchase that. But all back to Brandy. Chris Brown and Brandy. What a interesting collaboration. A lot of people won't put 2 and 2 together. But different strokes for different folks. Some may say. As was just stated before, when you got the Brandy fans together and the Chris Brown coming together and they merge, because Chris Brown has the younger generation, Brandy has the older generation, who I consider myself, I'm not old, but I grew up with Brandy in the 90s era. So I know a lot about Brandy, and of course the younger generation know more so about Chris Brown. So them two coming together is definitely a hot collaboration. The song is sexy, the song is fun, it's definitely something for the summer, for a nice little cookout, and especially it's sexy for the club. I'm so happy now I go to the club and hear fucking Brandy, man. I haven't heard Brandy in the club in a long damn time. Last time I heard Brandy really in the club was Full Moon, Aphrodisiac. I mean, I heard Right Here to Party before, but you know, you don't dance Right Here to Party. You can definitely dance to Put It Down, man, and that's exactly what it is. The song is hot. I'm so happy for it. It debuts on iTunes. It comes out on iTunes May 8th of 2012. So please go out and support. Purchase it. Gift it. Tell a friend that Brandy is back and she's coming. She's taking charge. New look, new sound, new Brandy. And I'm just so excited that she's back. And 211, which is her new album, her sixth album, will come out in the summer. Unfortunately, there's no date yet, but as we see how the single, goes, of course, the label will put out a date, and we can finally hear 211 in full effect, because I really believe that this will be Brandy's best album to date. It's going to be hard to top Full Moon, which is my favorite Brandy album right now, but I know 211 is going to top it, and I'm just ready for it. I'm ready for what she's come up with. I'm just ready for the new Brandy, because Brandy's been through a lot. Last night I did a video on Brandy about Behind the Music. If you have not seen Behind the Music, please go online and look at it. I'm sure VH1 will keep playing it over and over again for a while. It's definitely something to look at. She goes through her trials and tribulations. Basically, it's a tell-all story of what happened in her life, of course. So, and as celebrities, we judge them a lot,
right?
But we forget that they're all human. We're always quick to point the finger, but people should point the finger at their damn self, because y'all ain't no fucking angels either, right?
Right, they point the finger at us, and we ain't even celebrities yet.
Yeah, I'm going to say yeah.
Yeah, clearly. But, going to say you basically covered everything. Is anything else? Any more comments?
I'm just ready for the video. I'm ready for the video, how that will play out. Especially seeing Chris Brown and Brandy together. I don't know if it's going to be a sexual chemistry. What? Yeah. Because Chris Brown is what, 22, 20, 23?
23.
And Brandy's 33. So it's definitely going to play out of what was going on. I can definitely see a hot video. Hopefully they get a great director like Dave Meyers or Hype Williams to direct it, and we'll see what direction this single takes us in.
And just the concept of the video,
Right, because judging from the lyrics, it's definitely interesting, and Brandy is definitely in a different lane now. So
exactly.
We'll definitely see what she comes up with, and I'm just so excited. I'm so ready. And that's basically about it. Another thing I want to touch on with Twitter, even not Twitter, the blog sites, I read a lot today regarding the single, and people are loving it, even non-Brandy fans. It's just amazing to see, finally, good feedback instead of always hatred. I mean, of course, there was some hatred out there, but it wouldn't be America, I guess, if people didn't hate.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And if you're still talking about her, obviously you're thinking about her. So you can't please everybody. And basically, that's basically about it. But if people were hating, I'm not going to point you out, because you know who you are. I already know who you stand for. And I think no one is better than her. But I'm not going to say the name, but you know who you are. And people know who I'm talking about. Patricia?
Well, you made that very clear. I'm glad. But like I said...
Because they're ignorant.
Yeah,
so go ahead. And y'all can have a color. Go ahead. I'm done.
Yeah, you took, pretty much everything that's there. I mean, I said what I had to pretty much say. Big ups to Brandy, and yes, the song is definitely going to be a huge hit.
I really hope so. I really hope so.
Like I said, that sound is there, what we all been waiting for, and just we didn't expect for her to collaborate with Chris Brown.
And Brandy is bringing R&B back. Her last couple of albums, it was very popish, but I'm glad she's finally going back to her roots, where she started from, which made her successful. And unfortunately, Brandy's last album wasn't successful, but it was still a great album. Right. And speaking of albums, when Behind the Music was airing, all of her albums except the debut album, which is fine, but Never Say Never, Full Moon, Aphrodisiac and Human debuted it on the iTunes R&B charts, and Never Say Never was actually number 5, and that album came out 14 years ago. So that goes to show that people are missing Brandy. They acknowledge who she is, because Brandy is just a great artist overall. She is a true artist. She is a true vocalist. If you don't know Brandy, get to know my girl, because you are definitely missing out. And this show was actually her number one. Well, I won't say number one fan, but she was a fan of Brandy. You know, back in the day, she still is.
Right. Okay,
but you told me that someone else captured your eye.
Kind of captured my eye. Well, this is what basically takes place. Long story short, everybody go through phases. When you 8 and 9, I was growing up off of Moesha, and I loved it, and I was so fascinated by Brandy at the time. And, it's years gone on, I was still fascinated with her. Destiny's Child came out, there was Beyonce. I became fascinated with her. Which is
understandable, because we're kids, we're young, so we see something fresh, we see something new. So, it's typical. But I never cross shipped. I'm just saying, for me, as right. don't get
I'm not getting mad.
Because when Natasha met me in I Was in Love You Within the Night years ago, I love Brandy. I love Brandy ever since I was 6 years old. Ever since her debut on Via until now. I'm 25 now, so that's years, man. 20 years. So it's amazing to see her back in full effect and seeing her do what she loves to do. Right. And I'm just so excited, and I'm so happy, and I'm so ready more than anything. I'm just ready to see what she has to bring this time around. This is totally a different sound, different image, a new Brandy, and I'm ready. I am. And I'm so excited. It's been a long time coming. 4 years is a long time. But, people go through things, and she's back. So, yeah. Yeah. So, May 8th. It all belongs to me. I'm sorry. Put it down. Put it down. Feature Christmas will be digitally released on May 8th. So, iTunes, Amazon, make sure you get your copy. Make sure you get yours.
Okay, I will.
And basically that's about it. So we would definitely want you to subscribe, like, comment, tell a friend to subscribe to the show. And basically support. Brandy's back, and we're definitely going to keep her name out there.
Definitely on that note, definitely. And it's a pleasure to be back.
Yeah. 211 in stores this summer. Put it down. May 8th. Mark that date, people. May 8th. And I'm ready. I'm excited. I'm happy. I love her. Like seriously, I love her. And I don't want to catch a moment. I don't want to get emotional right now, but she just does something to me that no one else can. She is definitely my inspiration, my role model. She's a blessing. So, Brandy, if you see this, yeah. So, before I get emotional, I'm gonna leave it at that. Any last words?
No. Thank you for tuning in.
Until next time, everyone. It won't be another long time either before we see this video together.
Right.
So, pick up the phone, Tisha.
Definitely will.
Bye-bye.